History of Viribus Unitis.
Viribus Unitis, with combined forces. The Viribus Unitis was one of 4 battleships of the Tegetthoff class. 2 more ships of this class were planned, but they were never built. On the one hand, the Tegetthoff class was built to complement the already outdated Radetzky class, and on the other hand to remain politically relevant for the ally Italy, then still an ally. The Austrian and Italian navies were to fight together against the Allies in the event of war.
The Italians in the Mediterranean, and the Austria primarily in the Adriatic.
The dreadnoughts of the Austro-Hungarian navy were smaller than those of the great powers and also had a smaller displacement. The 30.5 centimeters guns were housed in 4 triple turrets. These were mounted in an elevated position.
The armament was equivalent to the Italian counterparts and even superior to the German Royal class. The latter only had 10 30.5 centimeters guns. The Viribus Unitis, however, had 12 30.5 centimeters. Construction began even before the funds had been approved by the Reichsrat. The person responsible for this was Admiral Count Montecuccoli. He didn't want to waste any time and gave the order for construction. However, he then had to resign as fleet commander. The plans came from the shipbuilding general, engineer Siegfried Popper.
The Viribus Unitis was christened on 20 June 1911. In Trieste by Archduchess Maria Annunziata, who did not smash the usual bottle of champagne on the bow of the ship, but instead used a switch to burst the bottle that was already attached to the bow. Emperor Franz Joseph was unable to attend the launch due to illness.
Commissioned on the 5th of October 1912.
These black caskets carry Ferdinand and his wife to Vienna. They are the prelude to slaughter.
After Italy declared war on Austria-Hungary in May 23, 1915, the Austro-Hungarian navy reacted quickly and carried out many attacks on the Marche region in Italy. On the very day of the declaration of war, the destroyer S.M.S. Dinar and the torpedo boat TB-53T attacked the port of Ancona.
On May 24, 1915, the majority of the Austro-Hungarian fleet set sail from Pula into the Adriatic. The fleet consisted of 3 dreadnoughts, the S.M.S. Viribus Unitis, the S.M.S. Tegetthoff and the S.M.S. Prinz Eugen, accompanied by 8 pre-dreadnoughts. Other Austro-Hungarian ships were already in enemy waters or were heading directly for the coast of the province of Ancona. There, the fleet bombarded several coastal towns, with the city of Ancona in particular suffering major damage.
Otherwise, however, the ships of the Tegetthoff class had no significant contact with the enemy for most of the time, in accordance with the strategic concept of a fleet in being.
Standard. It was not until June 1918 that the naval commander-in-chief Miklos Horthy decided to attack the Otranto barrier using all of his heavy units. This operation was aborted after the sister ship St. Istvan was torpedoed and the Viribus Unitis, which had set sail together with the Prinz Eugen the day before, had to return to Pola.
After the first sister ship, S.M.S. Tegetthoff, was completed, both battleships undertook a Mediterranean voyage from April 4 to June 7, 1914, together with the cruiser S.M.S. Zrinyi. The reasons for this included training the crews and showing the flag in the Mediterranean. From Pola they went to Smyrna, Ardelia, Messina, Beirut, Alexandria, Malta, Valona, Durazzo, and back to Pola. Shortly before the end of the First World War, Austria-Hungary concluded the armistice on 3 November 1918. The ship, like the entire Austro-Hungarian navy stationed in Pola, was handed over by Vice Admiral Miklos Horthy of Nagibania to the newly founded state of Slovenes, Croats and Serbs, which included the South Slavs of Austria-Hungary, on the 31st of October 1918, on the orders of Emperor Karl I.
By Vice Admiral Miklos Horthy of Nagibania to the newly founded state of Slovenes, Croats and Serbs, which included the South Slavs of Austria-Hungary. The Viribus Unitis was supposed to be renamed Yugoslavia, but this never happened.
Although the previous commander of the Viribus Unitis, Janko Vukovic-Podkapelski, who had been appointed head of the SHS Navy, had declared the fleet neutral, the ship was sunk in the early hours of the 1st of November by 2 Italian combat swimmers, Raffaele Rossetti and Raffaele Paolucci, who attached and detonated an explosive device to the hull using a converted torpedo, the so-called Mignata.
Standard Italy did not want a new naval power on the eastern coast of the Adriatic. More than 400 sailors died in the sinking, including Janko Vukovic Podkapelski, in whose honor a memorial plaque was erected in Pola.